Hey y'all, welcome to the January update 2021 for marketing news. We have quite a few really good pieces of information. December was kind of only focused on iOS, but I think there's some really good stuff across the board for marketing this week. So what's number one here?
YouTube. So if you didn't know, you can premiere videos on YouTube. They have this feature for a long time, but now what YouTube is allowing you to do is a few things. You can actually do trailers now. So if you have a pretty big video coming up and you upload it to YouTube and you have it scheduled for release at a specific date, that page or that video or that element, it's on YouTube. So you can actually go to it. And right now it doesn't show anything. So they're adding the capacity for you to add a trailer to that. So you can kind of get a glimpse of what that video is going to be.
Kind of treat it like a movie or something else, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so number two that we have here is LinkedIn adds the swipe up feature to LinkedIn Stories. So if you are a business professional going to B2B market, you've probably seen LinkedIn Stories. It's been out for a couple of months now, but now they're adding the ability for you to swipe up just like what you can with Instagram or with Snapchat. So pretty cool feature for those businesses. We haven't tested it out yet, but go test it out. It's a brand new feature as of January 2021.
Yeah, this feature is something that it's available on Facebook, Instagram, and we believe that everyone's just going to end up copying everyone as far as stories and what they can actually do. So expect the same experience on almost every social platform in the near future. All right, so next one we have Facebook getting rid of likes. It's not getting actually rid of likes. It's just the way that they call people who like or follow your actual business page, right? So they're getting rid of that verbiage or that copy of likes and actually calling it followers, which they actually had both at some point. And now they got rid of the likes, and now you can actually follow pages. And along with that, there's a slew of other things that you can do with pages. It's kind of called like a new experience. So we'll have a link down below with just a little bit more information on that new experience for pages on Facebook.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you'll start to see your feed change a little bit too, because I think we'll start to see a little bit more organic reach with the business pages because of what we're gonna talk about here in a second with the iOS 14 update. So next up we have here is the Shopify 2021 Outlook. So if you are an e-commerce business owner, you are a store owner online, a lot of cool things. Shopify put together an amazing video, so we're going to link that up as well. But there's a couple of things to touch on here for the next year. One, people really want to be able to track their package. If 2020 taught us anything, we did a lot of Amazon shopping and hopefully other companies, and we almost expect it to be able to be tracked. The other big thing is that people are going to pay more for an eco-friendly product. So if your packaging or your shipping or anything like that all is more eco-friendly, it may cost more money for you at the front end, but your customers, you can raise your prices. Your customers will pay more for that as well. And the last thing is it's going to cost you a lot more money to acquire customers, again, because of what we're going to talk about here in a second with third-party cookies or the iOS 14 update. So if you haven't been doing this, you've got to be focusing on loyalty and the experience that you have. So personalizing an experience for your customers and then building that loyalty, whether it's through email marketing, text message marketing, something that you can own and control and not dependent on third-party platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So we're gonna see a huge trend in cost per acquisition. But what that also means is that the amount of people who are gonna be advertising should drop or decrease because it's gonna be harder to get into the market. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and with that Shopify 2021 Outlook, I would highly implore you to look at that link and look at the different trends. They talk about 5 different trends looking forward into 2021. So if you have a Shopify store, definitely click on that link and read that because it's super interesting on sort of where things are headed based on data that Shopify collects.
Absolutely. And so our last update here for January 2021 is the iOS 14 update. This is going to be one of those ones where probably we're going to be updating it not only on our podcast, so make sure you subscribe there, YouTube channel, make sure you check it out. But we're going to probably be bringing it up for the next couple of months because it's changing constantly. What we do know right now is that you can have one domain and an event for that domain. So, and the most plain simple way to explain this, you previously could track everything if somebody went to your website, but now Facebook is, because of Apple, is going to limit how many events you can track. So think about it as I got a new lead or I got a new purchase. Those would be counted as an event. Well, you only get 8 events that are going to be able to be tracked. So an add to cart, an initiate checkout. So there's each stages. Again, there will be a link for you to check it out, and Facebook's constantly updating. Google's not doing as good of a job. They've kind of done one update. Facebook is very actively working on something. And then their other big thing for the iOS update is that Facebook has been partnering with Shopify because they know it's going to affect them for those e-commerce store owners. And they're trying to find a way to bypass the security features for Apple. And that way they can give that data from Shopify to Facebook so you don't lose data in your reporting. So this is an ongoing thing. Nobody knows the answers to these, so we'll continuously update you on the iOS part.
Yeah, and I think just to kind of simplify things a little bit more, at the iOS 14, what Aaron's talking about is Apple is sort of blocking a lot of different things that we could before used to do very easily, as far as tracking people on websites, tracking people on what they do, and being able to retarget them with advertising. Apple is sort of cracked down on like, no, we're not gonna let you do all these things anymore. And there's just like a few things that we're gonna let you do and track. And that's iOS. If you think about iOS, like almost everyone owns an Apple device and are using iOS, either with their computer or an iPad or a phone. So it's gonna make a huge impact in the industry. We just don't know quite yet how. And obviously, like Aaron was saying, Facebook is already making some changes. Google's kind of slow into making changes, but we'll probably see some sort of shift in how ads are displayed to people, which, I mean, there's pros and cons, right, to this change. And there's still a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll keep you updated. As always, guys, if you have questions, just shoot us a message over on Instagram or Facebook at BitBranding, or you can just respond back to the email if you are a client, and we'll absolutely answer those questions. We'll also have all the links to everything. And then if you enjoyed this, please make sure that no matter where you're at, that you like this video on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. Make sure you like the video and share it with somebody who may need this as well.
All right. We'll see you next month.
Bye.
On the next update. You'll probably see us in a different video.
Yeah.